Persia, known today as Iran, a land steeped in history and ancient traditions, stands as a bridge between the past and the present. Its geographical location has made it a crossroads of civilizations, a melting pot of cultures, and a region of immense strategic importance throughout the ages. It is more than a modern nation. It's a key player in biblical history, a land whose story is intertwined with the narrative of the Old Testament. From the rise of empires to the fall of kingdoms, Persia's influence resonates throughout the pages of Scripture, shaping the course of events and impacting the lives of countless individuals. Its rise under Cyrus the Great was swift and world-changing, a testament to his military genius and political acumen. He forged a vast empire that stretched from the borders of India to the shores of the Mediterranean, uniting diverse peoples and cultures under a single banner. Toppling Babylon in 539 BC, marking a pivotal moment in ancient history. The mighty Babylonian Empire, once the dominant force in the region, crumbled before the advancing Persian armies, ushering in a new era of Persian dominance. This wasn't just a military victory, it was a paradigm shift in the geopolitical landscape of the ancient world. The conquest of Babylon opened the doors for Persia to become a major player on the world stage, influencing trade, culture, and religion across vast territories. It fulfilled Isaiah's prophecy, written 150 years before Cyrus's birth, a remarkable testament to the divine foresight and the power of prophecy. The prophet Isaiah, inspired by God, foretold the rise of a king named Cyrus, who would play a crucial role in the liberation of the Jewish people, naming him as God's chosen instrument, a divinely appointed leader destined to carry out his will. This prophecy highlights the intricate connection between the rise of Persia and the unfolding of God's plan for his chosen people. Remarkably, God calls Cyrus his anointed, the same Hebrew word used for Messiah, a title of immense significance and honor, typically reserved for Jewish kings and priests. This designation underscores the unique role that Cyrus played in God's redemptive plan, an honor unique for a non-Jewish king, highlighting the extraordinary nature of his calling and the divine favor bestowed upon him. It speaks volumes about God's ability to use individuals from diverse backgrounds to accomplish his purposes. Cyrus's mission was clear, a divinely ordained task that would have far-reaching consequences for the Jewish people and the course of biblical history. He was entrusted with a responsibility that would test his leadership and shape his legacy. Liberate the Jewish people from Babylonian exile, freeing them from the chains of captivity and allowing them to return to their homeland. This act of liberation would not only restore their physical freedom, but also their spiritual identity, and enable the rebuilding of Jerusalem, restoring the city to its former glory and re-establishing it as the center of Jewish life and worship. The rebuilding of Jerusalem would symbolize the restoration of God's covenant with his people. The Jews had suffered 70 years in captivity, a period of immense hardship and spiritual desolation. They had been uprooted from their homes, stripped of their possessions, and forced to live in a foreign land, longing for the day when they could return to their beloved Jerusalem. Their temple in ruins, their future uncertain, their hopes dwindling with each passing year. The destruction of the temple was a devastating blow, symbolizing the brokenness of their relationship with God and the loss of their national identity. Into this darkness, God used a Persian king, a ruler from a foreign land, to bring light and hope to his people. Cyrus, though not a Jew himself, became an instrument of divine grace, a vessel through which God's mercy would flow, to restore hope and set his people on the path to redemption, paving the way for the fulfillment of God's promises and the restoration of his kingdom. The return of the Jews to Jerusalem marked a new chapter in their history, a time of rebuilding, renewal, and rededication to God. Persia's story is a powerful reminder, a testament to God's sovereignty and his ability to work through unexpected individuals and nations to accomplish his purposes. It challenges our preconceived notions and expands our understanding of God's ways. God can use any nation, even one outside the faith, to be a vessel of his grace and a catalyst for his redemptive plan. He is not limited by cultural boundaries or religious affiliations. His reach extends to all corners of the earth, to fulfill his purposes, demonstrating his ultimate control over history and his unwavering commitment to his promises. His divine orchestration is evident in the rise and fall of empires, the movements of peoples, and the unfolding of events throughout history. The rise of Persia was not just a historical event, a mere footnote in the annals of time. It was a divinely orchestrated moment with profound implications for the future of Israel and the world. It was a turning point that would shape the course of history for centuries to come. but a cornerstone in God's unfolding plan of salvation, a crucial piece in the puzzle of redemption that he has been assembling since the beginning of time. It laid the foundation for the coming of the Messiah and the establishment of God's kingdom on earth. Through Cyrus, God demonstrated his sovereignty over history, his ability to direct the course of events and to use even the most unlikely individuals to accomplish his will. He is the ultimate architect of history, shaping the destinies of nations and individuals alike, and his faithfulness to his promises, his unwavering commitment to fulfilling every word he has spoken. He is a God who keeps his covenants and never abandons his people, even in the darkest of times. The legacy of Persia is woven deeply into the fabric of the Bible, its threads intertwined with the stories of faith, redemption, and divine intervention. Its influence can be seen in the lives of key biblical figures and the unfolding of pivotal events, shaping the destiny of Israel and the world, leaving an indelible mark on the course of human history and the unfolding of God's redemptive plan. Its impact continues to resonate even today, influencing our understanding of faith, history, and divine providence. To understand Iran's future, its role in the modern world, and its place in the tapestry of nations, we must delve into its past and examine the profound influence it has had on biblical history. We must remember how God used its past for his glory, how he orchestrated events and employed individuals to accomplish his purposes and to shape the destiny of his people. Persia's rise was no accident. It was not a random occurrence or a matter of chance. It was a carefully planned and divinely orchestrated event with far-reaching consequences. It was divine design, a testament to God's sovereignty and his unwavering commitment to fulfilling his promises to his people. It serves as a reminder that God is always at work, even when we cannot see it, shaping the course of history according to his perfect plan. The story of Persia's interaction with God's people is a fascinating chapter in biblical history, filled with unexpected twists and turns. It highlights how God can use even foreign empires to fulfill his divine purposes. Cyrus's decree, recorded in Ezra and also meticulously inscribed on the Cyrus cylinder, a testament to ancient record-keeping, did more than simply free the Jews from their Babylonian captivity. It fundamentally restored their national and religious identity. It allowed them to reclaim their heritage and rebuild their lives according to their faith. In a remarkable act of benevolence, he not only permitted their return, but also returned the temple treasures, precious artifacts looted by the Babylonians, and generously funded their arduous journey home, providing resources for resettlement. This was a stark contrast, reversing the harsh and oppressive policies of previous empires, which had sought to assimilate and subjugate conquered peoples. Cyrus's approach was one of tolerance and respect for local customs and religions. During this period of Persian rule, we see the rise of significant biblical heroes. Figures like Daniel, known for his unwavering faith and prophetic gifts, and Esther, a woman of immense courage and strategic wisdom, rose to positions of prominence and influence within the Persian court. Daniel's unwavering faith, even in the face of mortal danger within the Persian court, led to miraculous deliverance from the lion's den, a powerful testament to God's protection. This miraculous event prompted royal decrees honoring the God of Israel, acknowledging his power and sovereignty throughout the vast Persian Empire. Esther, a Jewish queen in Persia, faced an impossible choice, risking everything, even her own life, to bravely approach the king and save her people from a meticulously planned destruction. Her story is a powerful example of God's hidden hand, his divine providence working behind the scenes, even when his name is unmentioned in the direct narrative. Furthermore, Persian kings actively supported the ministries of Ezra and Nehemiah, recognizing their importance in restoring Jewish society and religious life. They provided not only the necessary resources, but also crucial political protection, enabling them to rebuild Jerusalem, reconstruct the temple, and restore the vital practice of temple worship. The Persian Empire, often viewed through the lens of secular history as simply another pagan power, vying for dominance in the ancient world, surprisingly became an unexpected ally, a key instrument in God's plan for Israel's restoration and the preservation of its unique identity. God, in his infinite wisdom, used Persia not as an enemy to punish or destroy, but rather as a protector, a facilitator, and a benefactor, paving the way for his chosen people's return to their homeland and the rebuilding of their shattered lives. These compelling stories from the biblical narrative reveal that God's influence and power can penetrate and reach even the highest levels of authority and leadership within any nation. regardless of its religious or political orientation. Persia's significant role in the unfolding drama of the Bible serves as a powerful testament to God's remarkable ability to work through unexpected channels, using seemingly unlikely individuals and nations to accomplish his divine purposes. For a specific period in history, Persia was uniquely positioned as a vessel of God's favor, a tool in his hands to shape events and influence the course of history, ultimately shaping the future destiny of Israel and paving the way for the coming of the Messiah. Its enduring legacy is one of restoration and rebuilding, both physically and spiritually, courage in the face of adversity, and ultimately, divine intervention in the affairs of humanity. Persia's biblical story doesn't end with restoration. The echoes of its past resonate through the prophetic texts, hinting at a role yet to be played on the world stage. It reappears, significantly, in Ezekiel's end times prophecy. This ancient text speaks of events that will unfold in the distant future, casting Persia in a surprising light. Ezekiel 38:39 vividly describes a future invasion of Israel, a cataclysmic event that will shake the foundations of the Middle East. This prophecy paints a picture of intense conflict and divine intervention. This invasion is to be carried out by a coalition led by Gog of Magog, a mysterious figure who gathers forces from far and wide. And among these allies, Ezekiel specifically names Persia, placing them squarely within this end-times alliance. This detail has captured the attention of theologians and scholars for centuries. Many see modern Iran as the descendant, both culturally and geographically, of ancient Persia, the land of Cyrus and Xerxes. This connection is fueling intense speculation about the relationship between current events in the Middle East and the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. The headlines are watched with a keen eye, searching for signs of what is to come. The coalition described in Ezekiel also includes nations that some biblical scholars identify as modern-day Russia, Turkey, and other countries in the region, adding another layer of complexity to the interpretation. The alignment of these nations seems to mirror today's shifting geopolitical alliances, raising questions about the potential fulfillment of this ancient prophecy in our time. Yet interpreting these complex prophecies requires a great deal of caution and humility. It's crucial to avoid sensationalism and rely on sound biblical principles. Scholars engage in ongoing debate exploring whether Ezekiel's reference to Persia is meant to be taken literally, as a symbolic representation of a broader power, or whether the prophecy has already been fulfilled in some way throughout history. The possibilities are numerous and require careful consideration. The Bible's prophecies are often understood most clearly in hindsight, after the events have already unfolded and their meaning becomes apparent. They are rarely, if ever, fully understood in the midst of the breaking news cycle. Still, Persia's inclusion in Ezekiel's prophecy signals its ongoing significance in God's overarching plan for the nations. Ezekiel's vision ultimately ends not in Israel's defeat at the hands of this coalition, but in God's dramatic and decisive intervention on behalf of his people. This intervention serves to reveal his power and glory to all the nations of the world, demonstrating his ultimate authority. Even as an antagonist in this prophetic scenario, Persia's role, whether literal or symbolic, ultimately serves God's greater purpose in the unfolding of history. The prophecy serves as a powerful reminder that the ultimate outcome of history is securely in God's hands, and he is sovereign over all. Persia's story is not just about conflict and potential future battles, but about God's enduring sovereignty over all nations, guiding them according to his divine will. Its future, like its rich and complex past, remains uncertain in many ways, yet it is undeniably woven into the intricate and beautiful fabric of biblical destiny, a testament to God's enduring plan. From Cyrus to Ezekiel, Iran's story is one of enduring significance, both politically and spiritually. Today, Iran remains a focal point in world affairs, but its destiny may reach far beyond politics. The Bible reveals God's heart for all nations, and reports of a growing underground church in Iran hint at a spiritual awakening. While governments clash, many Iranians are quietly turning to faith in Jesus, echoing the paradoxes of biblical history. The land once prophesied to oppose Israel is now a site of unexpected spiritual revival. God's plans are never one-dimensional. He weaves together the destinies of nations and individuals. Iran's legacy is not just about power or prophecy, but about God's sovereignty and grace. As we watch Iran's story unfold, we should look with biblical perspective, not fear. Perhaps its greatest chapter is yet to come, a spiritual harvest that surprises the world. Iran's destiny, like Persia's before it, is ultimately in God's hands. The story continues, shaped by divine purpose and hope.